Gotta mute the mic right when it starts to you talk. You singing.
Hey girl, you live yet?
Let's stay here for a lifetime underneath the moonlight. Cause I don't want us to go. No, I don't want us to go. Yeah, you could be my lifeline, you could be my sunshine. In a world so full of pain, can you make it go away? It used to be so sad that love was lost, but now it's here to stay. Yeah, I used to be uncomfortable, but look at me today. Never thought I'd find someone like you, someone to show the way. But now I know you're the answer to my prayer. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I'm sorry for the burden, sorry I was hurting, but my scars are almost healed. Yeah, my scars are almost healed. Yeah, I'm feeling like a child now. Everything's alright now, and it's all because of you. You made the flower in me bloom. Used to be afraid of everything, but now there's no more fear. Yeah, I used to let nobody in and hide my face with tears. Always thought of you as someone who can love someone like me, but I was wrong. Baby, now I believe. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Danae Show. I am Danielle Danea, aka Danae, and I got a lot to say. So let's get into it. Today, we're talking about Stephen A. Smith. He said, if you're trolling your ex, then go be with them. Entertaining your ex, go be with them. Let's talk about it. So let me just start off and say, shout out to Stephen A. Smith for saying this. I completely agree with what he said, and I'm going to give you the context of why he said this. And yeah, I had to make a show about it because people were so outraged about him saying this. And it's so funny, again, how people are so offended by the truth. And I got to commend anybody that speaks the truth unapologetically and just says it when no one else is. So again, got to give them a props. So what happened was, if you guys don't know who Stephen A. Smith is, first off, Stephen A. Smith is an American sports host. He's also a TV personality, a sports journalist, and he goes on news outlets like ESPN, right? So he went on ESPN, and he said he was speaking about Serena Williams, right? Everybody saw Kendrick Lamar's performance. I did a show about my take on it. Serena Williams in the show, she did this like crip walk in his performance. And initially I was like, like that's kind of cool. She's there. I didn't remember that Serena Williams used to date Drake. So it was kind of like her being there was like a jab at him, because Kendrick and Drake have beef. So I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. That's even more extra petty of Kendrick Lamar. I've said his whole performance was aimed at Drake, was just crazy, again, because it's supposed to be about him and his talent, and you made it all about a whole nother rapper. But anyways, so she was doing this like crip walk, this crip like dance, and apparently she reportedly got a whole lot of backlash for doing this same type of dance after one of her tennis matches. So that's also why people were saying they brought Serena Williams on more so the thing where he wanted to protect women. I covered that in my show too. And, to give her props for doing a dance that, is big amongst the Black community, is respected by the Black culture. So there's that part of it. But really, what it really was Kendrick Lamar getting back at Drake. So again, that's what Stephen A. Smith was referring to. It was like a get back at her ex, Drake. She was a part of it. Kendrick initiated it, and she was a part of it, being there doing the crip walk. So that's what he was referring to when mentioning this on SBN. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here. Well, actually, he kind of exactly said this. If I'm married and my wife is going to or joining trolling her ex, you need to go be with him. He was like, go back to him. If you're entertaining somebody you claim to be over, you clearly not over him. And people were outraged, and I cannot understand why. It's like, no, that's absolutely true. If the shoe was on the other foot, if a woman was married to a man and she found out that he was still, sending petty messages to his ex, you'd be like, what the heck? Like, why are you even entertaining her? Like, haven't you moved on? You're with me now. Like, who cares about her? Right? It's so easy to be seen on the other foot, but when it's men, it's like, oh, the audacity. It's like, what? They're so wrong. It's like, what in the world? To say what it is everybody else would think if they were in the same situation. So again, it was extra unnecessary. It's like, oh, and the fact that it was SZA and Serena Williams, and both of them were exes of Drake, it was just like, yo, why are you, like, SZA kind of gets more of a pass because she had actual featured songs with Drake. Like, she has with Kendrick Lamar, they actually have put out music together. So it was like, okay, you brought SZA on, cool, you like her, y'all are cool. But Serena Williams had no ties to Kendrick Lamar before this, not that I'm aware of. And, she did this knowing what she was doing. She knew, she knew it was a get back at Drake. And she participated in it, which is just like, come on now, you have a whole husband, you have 2 kids now, I think. And it's just like, move on with your life. Move on with your life. And it's like that with so many celebrities. A lot of celebrities do that. They entertain their exes, and it's just like, why are you so consumed with your ex? And it's like, you see the bitter hurt. It's so funny. My my boyfriend, he was like, it's two butthurt women, on this performance. It's like, hasn't moved on. It's like Drake doesn't care. People are like, oh well, he did mention her husband and her in a diss. I have to look up exactly what he said. I don't recall. But it was probably for some type of, clout. He really doesn't really care what she's doing. It was just some content in order to get out there, to get people riled up and, focused on some type of project he was putting out. But there was no benefit from this woman doing this. And again, when you're in a healthy relationship, when you're married to your man, it's just blatantly disrespectful to your man to entertain this other man that like I said, you've cut ties with. So he's absolutely right. Why are you worried about him? Like, people think it should be offensive if she was like, doing things like texting him in a positive manner, like wanting to get back with him and stuff. But no, it's disrespectful just to entertain it in general, period. Because again, once you moved on in life, that person was a chapter in your book. You're moved on to the next chapter. That chapter's closed, right? So yeah, it was a valid point. It was a valid question. It was like, why do you need to be with me if you seem like you want to be with him? You're trying to get his attention. It seems like you're trying to get a response. So anybody else that felt like Stefan was so crazy for saying that and so mad. It's like, again, put yourself in the situation. Put yourself in those shoes. You would be outraged as well, right? Like, you have to really sit back and realize, like, if you're invested in anybody other than your spouse, your boyfriend, it's like your priorities are way off. Any woman that's 100% about their man, again, wouldn't even do something like this, wouldn't even think to do something like this. So it really shows the type of person you are, and it's not okay. And I saw a lot of the comments were like, oh, well, exes can be family. Da, 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 da. And, I was saying, like, family comes first. Exes are family. No, exes don't. I don't care how long you've been with them. They do not count. I'm sorry. And they don't come before your man ever. They don't. They just don't. I don't care, again, how long you know them and how close you think you guys are. When y'all cut off the relationship, y'all cut off the connection. Right? And, it's different when kids are involved. We're moving the goalposts. People were moving the goalposts, talking about, what if you have kids? You have to maintain connection. That's a whole nother topic. These are Serena Williams and Drake never had kids. There's no connection there. So stop moving the dang goalposts. Okay? It's not the same. Super crazy up there trolling your ex. Yeah, I agree. Some of your comments say I totally agree. Shannon said some people call it insecure, but I call it disrespect. Yeah, it's so funny how we call men who stand on business, stand on what they believe, as being insecure. It's like, that's the most secure thing a man can do, is stand on what. I can? Oh, okay.
If you click it, it'll show up. It'll disappear after a while.
Oh, interesting.
If you ever want to show it,
wait, I'm clicking on it and it's not coming up. Should I star it?
No, just click the comment.
I'm clicking it. It's not coming up. Oh, there it goes.
Not sure why.
There it goes. Shannon says, I totally agree. Some people call it insecure, but I call it disrespect. Yeah, it's the most respectful thing to stand on what you don't tolerate. Like, I don't, things are so backwards nowadays. I can never understand. I don't understand a lot that goes on. But, yeah, if you wouldn't tolerate, again, it's like, how tolerate the same thing you're deeming as insecure to him, to this man, you wouldn't tolerate yourself. So are you now insecure too? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Shannon also said, I also found out that SZA is a Drake ex too. Yeah, I heard a lot. I heard he had all the bitter exes up there. Yeah. It was like, yo, Kendrick, it's so crazy how you're dissing somebody who put you on. Again, like I said in my previous video, how are you dissing somebody and then making your whole performance about them? Again, very backwards. It didn't hit like he wanted it to hit for a lot of us logical individuals that saw right through that BS. You looking fantastic in that black business suit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Haha, you call him Stephen when his name is pronounced Steven. It's the PH for me. Every time I say, every time I see a name spelled like that, I don't, every time I see a PH, I want to say Stephen. It's so funny. Steven. Okay. Let's see. I don't know why when I'm clicking it, maybe oh, I got to click your face and then not the actual comment. So that's what it is. Okay, thank you for saying I look fantastic in black business suits. Haha, you call him Steven. I know, I keep doing it too. It's a mental thing. I'll break out of it soon. I have no idea why the PH pronounced with a V. Yeah, it's weird. English is a weird language to learn. Anyway, exactly. But let me get back to what I was saying. So, yeah, the whole X is my family thing, that argument gets thrown out every time. Again, you let go of the relationship. When you let go of the relationship, you let go of the relationship completely. You should never, anyone, woman or man, be pressed about somebody that isn't serving you or no longer serving you. Drake is doing nothing for Serena Williams at all. Obviously, I only know what I'm seeing out in the public. Maybe he's doing something in private. I highly doubt it. But this woman, again, there's nothing in public that Drake is doing for her, so she just looks thirsty. She looks like, again, she's desperate for his attention, desperate to, get back at him for the things he said, I guess, before. But again, when you're happy, when you're truly happy with where you are in life, get backs aren't a priority. And unnecessary get backs are not a priority. Sometimes you got to check some people when they get out of line, but this was not one of those instances. It just wasn't. So again, and have your man check him. You don't do it. If anything, have your man come to you and be like, yo, what this person say? Oh, I got to check him on that. And you don't initiate it, because it's like, why do you care? If I don't care, why do you care? Again, his feelings should be above yours when it comes to anything like that. Again, because he's your man. He's your man. So, yeah. Like I said, don't be so pressed about someone who's not serving you. And it's crazy that people were saying like Steven was disrespecting Serena with his comment. Someone actually commented back, and I'm going to show you guys what that comment actually said right here. It says, this is on Shade Room, and let me exit out of this. Oh, there we go. So the comment says, please, oh, wait, that's his follow-up comment. Lord, go back. Sorry, guys. So the comment says, a 57-year-old, this is a random guy responding to, what Stephen A. Smith said about Serena. He says, a 57-year-old unmarried man with a receding hairline who has never been married, mind you, saying he would divorce our greatest living athlete who has been happily married for 8 years to her very rich and loving husband. Keep quiet, forehead. This comment is so funny because Stephen A. Smith is single or unmarried by choice. And the fact that, people don't want to accept truth from somebody they deem to not be worthy of telling the truth. So now they don't accept it. Like, you have to be married. You have to be what it is you're speaking. You have to be, way better than it is what you're speaking of. I'm like, if a person is speaking truth, regardless of who they are, you accept it. Like, and just because you believe with something they say doesn't mean you now agree with all the things they do. You just acknowledge what they said to be true and move on. The fact that every time someone tries to debunk truth, they always go for the personal jabs. It's the receding hairline comment. It's the keep quiet forehead, talking about his forehead. Instead of attacking the point, they attack the person. I've noticed that's a leftist tactic that seems to happen a whole lot, and with people that, again, don't want to accept the truth. So, well, let's play this video. Let's see if I can play the video, because I I said what he said, but I want you guys to hear what he said as well. Let's see. Can I go?
No.
That's what he said.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to it. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I gotta get that lick back.
Go ahead,
Stop it.
What?
Stop it, Stephen A.
This is true.
Here goes the simp right
if you
here.
if you with Serena Williams, you're gonna be a kept man anyway. Don't start that.
Really?
You ain't gonna run the house. You're not gonna wear the pants.
You know
about that?
Can I ask a question?
Hold on.
He's hilarious. He said you're gonna be a kept man.
Oh my goodness. So this guy right here, if you didn't hear him, he said, if you're with Serena Williams, you're going to be a kept man anyway. And again, this is not a flex. You know, a kept man, a kept woman is, you hear women all the time say, I want to be kept. And that means, a man paying her bills, taking care of her life, living the soft life. So a kept man is a man that, has a wife that's paying all the bills, making all the major decisions and whatnot. I'm just like, Steve is like, forget that. Like, I don't care how much money you make. I'm the head of the household. I'm not kept. Like, I'm with a woman that wants to be kept. I'm not the one being kept. I forget that. And it's like, that's a low-key diss to, he doesn't realize it's a low-key diss to Serena Williams, man. I don't know if he's a kept man. I obviously know she makes more money than him, but as far as the hierarchy in their household, we don't know for sure. But just to assume, that, or say that whoever's with Serena is going to be a kept man, that's not necessarily true. And, kept men aren't really respected in any community. Again, it's not a flex. Men are the providers. Men should be the major decision makers, the head of the household, running the household. So, him coming back with that, to try to, I guess, debunk Steven's point. It was just like, oh, you're kind of proving his point more. Like, that's not what we want. And that's not something that, will allow her to be disrespectful. Just because she's, making the major decisions doesn't mean that now she can go out and do whatever she wants and get back at her ex, troll her ex. It's like, no, we're not tolerating that over here. Stephen was like, no. And that's how most men feel. That's how men who are respected feel. So, yeah, there's that. I want to go, but the thing about it is, I was so happy about Stephen A. Smith saying this, but then, he responded to this commenter's post, this comment that I just read about him being a 57-year-old unmarried guy, and this is what he said in his response. Stephen A. Smith says, please go back and look at exactly what I said. I was talking overall from a man's perspective, highlighting what most men would think. I didn't utter a single disrespectful word about Serena, which he didn't. No issues with folks getting upset of literal serious stuff one's pissed about. This doesn't qualify, peeps. Come on, we were joking around on First Take. Damn, y'all, it's not that serious. Now, I don't think he was joking. I hate that he says he was joking now that he's getting seeing the backlash, but it's just like, no. You were serious and you were right. Like, stop backpedaling. I hate when people of this caliber, people of this status respond to filth. Like, who is this guy that commented? Like, who cares about what this guy thinks? He's one of those guys that are probably not doing anything successful, doing anything that high up in life, and not somebody that would be respected, not somebody you would hang out with. Like, so why coming back to him? Like, I just hate that he even responded to him. But I agree with the first part. I'm glad he said, please go look back at exactly what I said, because a lot of what he said was taken out of context. And, Shade Room likes to post stuff, they're very messy with how they post things, you guys know. That's why they call it the Shade Room. It's very shady what they do, and they post things that are true, but they bend the truth a little bit. So Yeah, I'm glad he said please go back and look at exactly what I said, because again, what he said was taken way out of context. And when he said that he was highlighting what most men think, yeah, absolutely. But it's so crazy. The comments in favor are full of men, again, not doing anything with their lives, simps, guys that walk around saying they wouldn't mind being a kept man. Again, men you wouldn't respect. So yeah, it's just like you shouldn't have responded. You shouldn't have went back on your word. I hate when a man goes back on his word and cows down to pressure, bows down to pressure. Like, no, I was rooting for you. I liked you so much because you stood on what you said and said what you said with your whole chest on the show. Don't backpedal now. Don't do it now. Then it makes you look just as bad as the person who commented. It does. I hate to say it, but yeah, I wish he stood on his word, but stood on what he said. But I do have so much respect for him. Like I said, still for going up there and saying what most men think, and I have to, as a woman, say he's 100% right, because it was so funny. If y'all didn't peep in the video earlier, the woman was laughing when she was like, "Oh, the simp said, oh, whoever's with Serena would be a kept man," and she's like laughing, like that's cute and funny, and probably even accurate. And it's just like, no, this is not a thing. But also, her laughing also signifies that these type of men are jokes. Like, no woman wants a man that wants to be kept. Not really. It's like they want the Serena type money, right? And influence and stuff, but they don't want a man that's easy to control, that's sitting on their butts all day, relying on your check to come in every month. So there's that perspective. It's like, this is not funny. This is not cute. Again, it just made Steven's point that much clearer. And I love that it seems like so many men now are sticking up for themselves and speaking out, and are like, no, we are not tolerating this disrespect anymore. And we're not downplaying what this is. We're not going to say like, oh, he disrespected her first, she's just defending herself. No. She was disrespecting her husband at the end of the day. That's all it was. Just because she wanted some clout, just because she wanted attention, who knows the reasons. But she didn't need to do what she did. She didn't. She didn't need to do what she did. Let's get into let me read some more of the comments. Let's see. Shannon says, what if the ex is doing things for you that the new bae is not doing? It doesn't matter. Whatever new bae you're with, new boo, husband, whatever, you stick beside him. You chose him, you stick beside him. It doesn't matter, if your ex is doing things. If that's the case, or if you're thinking about going with him, go be with him. Don't be on both sides of the line. Draw the line somewhere. Like, no, be over here, be over here. It doesn't matter how much he's doing. So, yeah, that's that. He also says, and I hate that he even responded to her or him. I think it's a man, but yeah, there was no reason to respond to that one comment. And there were so many. It's like, why did you choose this one? Like, you're so much bigger than this. You have $1 million coming to you, contract with millions of dollars. Like, stop entertaining stuff that is not worth entertaining. I agree. I hate that he even responded. Kowtow. I said bow down, kowtow. It's definitely kowtow. Right. Even women who can take care of themselves want a man to take care of her. It's wired. Absolutely. It's so crazy nowadays. Women, they want to be boss bees and go around, making the same money as men, making all the major decisions. But at the end of the day, it's not in our nature, and you can fight it all you want to. But you women know, women that actually have the money and status and opportunities to witness this, know better? No, that deep down they want a man. That's why most women that are successful, really, really successful, get somebody, still that is as successful as them or higher most of the time. But when you're so successful, it's like it's harder for women that are so successful, like Oprah, obviously, like Serena Williams, to find someone like that. But again, they found someone, and look what happened. Look, that man got disrespected. Now they found a man that's not on their level, and that man got disrespected. She's out here doing this. Whereas the woman that leveled up, married up, they're not out here disrespecting men because, again, they don't want to lose him. That's a top tier man. They do not want to lose him. It's different for men and women. I'm sorry. It's different. And you gotta really, really like and respect your man and love your man in order to respect him. And I'm going to do a whole other episode on that and get into that, why that is. But yeah, again, no man wants to tolerate what it is she did. No one, no man. And it shouldn't become the norm at all, that women are out here going back to their exes and being petty and stuff, because they know, it's like women, again, know not to, entertain their exes in a good way, where they call them up and we're like, hey, big head, right? Some women still do that anyways, but it's like they get shamed for that once I get exposed. But when they're out here dissing them, it's like, okay, I'm gonna disguise it as a diss, but I really, if he hits me up to come see him, I'm gonna try to hear him out, be willing to act fake mad in the beginning, but then be like, okay, I forgive you, and allow him to apologize, and then be all nice like I wanted to be before. Like, it's so many women are master manipulators. Trust me, I know. I've been in the locker room, so to speak. I've been in the group chats that are all about women. There's no men in there, and what they say and what they plan to do. So men got to be really careful. Men are manipulators too, but not, I'm telling you, women are on another level of it. But men are getting there because they're watching and imitating, right? They're studying. But women have been doing this since the beginning of time. So we have a lead. So again, you got to be mindful of the women you have around you. Don't be with no woman who, constantly brings up her ex, constantly wants to get back at her ex. Like, if she keeps talking about her ex and wanting to see him, wanting to get back at him, want to do certain things, that's a red flag. I'm telling you. Don't be with her long term. You're going to regret it. You're going to look like a fool. You're going to look like how his name is Lex, Serena's husband looks right now. Telling you. Shannon also says, do you think maybe Serena wasn't even thinking about Drake and then she just wanted to be a part of the show? Heck no. No, she was definitely thinking about Drake. Ain't no way. This beef is too big. It's too fresh. Like, it'd be different if this beef happened like 5 years ago. Even maybe 3, 2, 1. This beef is very fresh still. This song is very fresh. Even if she was like, oh, I just like Kendrick. I like his music. He asked me to come, and that's a great opportunity. He gave me the opportunity to, do my crip walk and not get shamed for it. She knew she had, even if she didn't like, even if she didn't consciously think she knew it anymore, she subconsciously knew it, and she had people around her telling her, like, this beef, you want to be a part of this. She has too many people around her, too much influence. She's been around the game too long to not think about what else would be a part of this, going into this. Too much. So yeah, she knew. I have no doubt in my mind that it was just all about the show and being pro-black and all this, being pro-Kendrick. No. She wanted to get back at him. She sure did. Are you a master manipulator too? Woo! You want me to tell on myself today. I can be. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I know how to get the things I want. Absolutely. That's been a blessing and a curse of mine for a long time. But I'm not to the point where, I'm disrespecting my man or exposing him in a light that, makes him look a mess. I don't embarrass people in public. If this stuff happens, it's a conversation, it's whatever. But yes, I do have master manipulator tendencies. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But again, I'm working on it. I know it's not cute. It's good to be savvy. It's good to know how to get the things you want. But again, there's limits, there's levels to it. So I'm bringing I'm going down on some of the levels. I'm near the top, not all the way there, but it's coming down slowly but surely. That was an interesting question. I was like, ooh, do I want to tell the truth? But this is my show, and the Danny Nay show, always, we tell the truth. We speak the truth. We tell the truth. So, again, shout out to Stephen A. Smith for being real and saying what people were scared to say when it came to what happened at this performance. So many things happened at this Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance that people are trying to downplay and make it seem like it's a thing. But it's like, no, we need to acknowledge what is real, what is not, what is respectful, what isn't. And yeah, so we can grow as a community and, have other communities respect us. Because again, other communities will not respect us if we don't respect ourselves. So the fact that, this is a Black woman disrespecting her white husband is just like, oh, if this was a white woman disrespecting her Black husband, we would be outraged. There would be uproars all throughout the Black community. We need to have that same smoke for us. Guys, people kept on saying, I read all these comments like, Serena Williams is a legend. How dare you speak about somebody who's like, even though, yes, he's done legendary things in tennis, that doesn't excuse behavior she does amongst her family and her personal life. We know this to be true with all celebrities. So many celebrities. We have legends like R. Kelly, Diddy. Like the list could go on and on. You got to separate the talent from the person every time. Every time, guys. Y'all were quick to do it with R. Kelly and Diddy. Do it for Serena as well. It's crazy how women get passes for doing things men cannot get away with doing. It's like, no, they do not deserve any passes. They deserve to be condemned the same way men are. So, yeah, I mean, Drake must have that good when he made that song. What was that song called? For Free. He's like, this is so good, I shouldn't have to for free. Cause y'all again, like Shannon said, you got this exes riled up in their feelings, mad but hurt, but still speaking about him and still, furthering their careers off his name. It's just hilarious. I don't know if these celebrities know how thirsty and stupid and desperate they look. Because again, they got people that are in these shade room comments, propping them up, holding them, or glorifying what it is that they're doing. And it's just like, no. The people worth acknowledging the people worth, giving their opinion, know what you're doing. Know what you're doing and aren't finding it cute. We're good on you. We're so good on you. But anyways, that's all I had to say, Steven. I hope you realize that what you said was not. I think you know what you said was truthful, and that was a fake apology. I hope you don't make any more apologies. What you said was absolutely correct, and again, perfect timing right now to be talking about it, because it seems like so many women are getting away with so much disrespect lately, and not just amongst the Black communities, amongst other communities. Like I've mentioned this Blake Lively story and everything, so it's a perfect time to bring it up. Don't apologize anymore. Take your apology back if you can. Like this is you should not be apologizing. There was it was serious. You said, dang, y'all, it's not that serious. This is a very serious matter. And I know you kind of meant it in a different way, but no, it's serious that we need to discuss this and acknowledge how disrespectful it is, again, because it's so accepted by our community, and it should not be. But like I said, that's all I gotta say about that. Please like this video. If you like this video, please comment always. I love to hear you guys' opinions, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Aquel día el instinto nos decía que esa noche juntico no quería, que las ganas bebé nos ganaría, pero no fue así. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos a jugar. Ella sabe que quiero a mi mamacita. Ella también quiere que seamos felices. Ella, la que se apresura a la vueltica. Ella es sin timidez. Como la ves no le importa dónde y cuándo. Pero nada no es, yo no soy el que la mando. Nunca lo seré, su carácter no es de niña, que la puede controlar cualquiera. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, vamos lento y verás, y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, vamos lento y verás, vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, yeah, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos a los 7 días de la semana, te doy de mañana, mi consejo sabes que no es, te doy el desquite, que me quites todas esas ganas que te tengo muerto. Todo el mundo sabe que tú y yo somos más que panas, pero nos vamos lento, que el que se apura no llega a nada, no llega a nada, nada. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, bebé, vamos lento y verás, y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, bebé, vamos lento y verás, vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos